Hi, my name is Jessie Chen. I'm the holder of this diary. Call it When Traveling. I suddenly felt a huge difference when I arrived in Warsaw. It was abnormally quiet, no matter in airport, on bus, or on streets. The quietness wasn't like the one I felt in Finland. Rather, the quietness of Poland has some serious character. Take movie genre for example. Finland is like a typical documentary, and Poland seems to be a suspense film. Maybe its foggy weather is a reason to make me feel so. December 12th, 2021, at Chill Out Hostel, Warsaw, Poland. My first day in Warsaw started with something unfortunate. I was expecting a chill morning after waking up. All I wanted to do was to go to the random supermarket, grab whatever something as my breakfast, and go back to hostel to enjoy a relaxed breakfast time. However, it turned out to be an exhausting time. I had already walked for 15 minutes, but I didn't see any supermarket. And because of the coldness, I decided to stop my random walk and search the nearest supermarket on Google Map. When the results showed it required 10-minute walk to the nearest one, I made up my mind right away to take a bus because I couldn't bear the coldness anymore. I was planning to buy a 24-hour ticket on bus because that length was more economic for me to hang around the city. But unfortunately, the ticket machine on the bus only provides 3 options: 20 minutes, 75 minutes, and 90 minutes. I then bought the 75-minute ticket, which back to that time was quite a hard and annoying decision for me to make, because I wasn't easy to let things be. Before I made up any decision, even if it was just a small thing, I would analyze it and expect it to follow my perfect calculation. But once I found I couldn't control it to meet my perfect standard, I would be upset. The situation was, on one hand, I knew the distance to my destination wasn't far, but plus the traffic time, I wasn't sure I could arrive there in 20 minutes. On the other hand, I was pretty sure 75-minute ticket was too long for me. I didn't need that length at all. Well, this is the dilemma that bothered me then. And the most annoying thing was I found a ticket machine selling 24-hour ticket right after I got off. In case I need one afterwards, I then bought one, which at the same time made me upset because I felt the 75-minute ticket was totally a redundance. Well, recalling this thing, I just realized how uneasy and stubborn I was back to that time. Why I bother torturing myself with such a trivial thing, right? Around 30 minutes later, I finally went back to hostel, which was after I took another 15-minute walk because there's no transportation from supermarket to the hostel. Oh, speaking of this, my experience of public transportation of Warsaw is that it doesn't cover that wide or well connected. It seems to only connect some main dots. So here you may often bump into either taking a bus takes as long as walking directly, because usually it still requires walking, or there's no bus route. After finishing my breakfast, I fell into dilemma again. The morning travel for breakfast was really tiring. At the moment, I just wanted to rest a little bit in the hostel. But I had bought a 24-hour ticket. I felt like I needed to make good use of it. Yeah, so I was torturing myself again. Well, fortunately now I know myself well. I will restore my energy once I recharge, so I know I don't need to be stuck there. All I need to do is just resting. I guess that's one of the things I learned from traveling. At around 2:30, I went to Warsaw Old Town, lingering there for around 2 hours. The old town here isn't the same as the one I visited in Stockholm or Tallinn, though they all have alleys, pebble roads, and colorful ancient buildings. Warsaw Old Town radiates a totally different feeling. Stockholm Old Town is neat and calm. Tallinn Old Town is somewhat vivid with some roughness. As to Warsaw Old Town, it radiates a gloomy feeling, like it went through something devastating and then developed a serious character to protect itself. Those green, pink, yellow colors are no longer vivid here. Rather, it seemed to be covered with a gray veil. But maybe it's the weather that made me feel so. I then passed by the cathedral called St. John's Cathedral. It was there that I learned the religious gesture. I don't remember what time it was, but as soon as the bell of the cathedral rang, a man who was at the beginning walking on the street suddenly walked swiftly in front of the door of the cathedral and then took a knee. It was a gesture to show respect, I guess. And when he stood up and noticed me, he said, "You can go inside and visit," with a very sincere and generous smile. At the moment, I strongly felt his joy. Maybe it comes from his devoted attitude towards his religion, I thought. I then went to try Polish dumplings in a restaurant. Yeah, I definitely want to try it because, in my opinion, dumpling is more like an Asian food. I was curious how the Western type looks like and tastes like, and it turned out Polish dumpling is more like fried dumpling of Taiwan, not the exact dumpling we called. As to the taste, it's great. I like its flavor, which did surprise me because it contains an ingredient, preserved cabbage, which is not common in a traditional dumpling we have. Well, my appetite for salty food was satisfied. I then looked for some sweet snacks. As usual, I went to the convenience store, and it was there that I found my favorite snack in Poland, a chocolate waffle called Dare. It is so great that I will never get tired of it. I'm serious. If you have a chance to visit Poland, you got to try it. That's all. The day ended with a satisfying soul. Written by Jessie Chan. Thanks for your reading.